Can everyone hear me well? Just give me a thumbs up or say sure. Let's admit Ali. Uh,
Yes, sir.
cool. Thank you. All right, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible. Okay. And I'm going to give you some recommendations. At the end of the day, the decisions you make are ultimately yours, whether you're going to be consistent or not, whether you're going to invest in one crypto asset versus another crypto asset. Uh, at this point in time, everything about this call is really just, it's up to you. You have complete and total autonomy. I'm going to show you how I would use the tool, and then you're free to make your own decisions. Okay, guys? So the tool is this. It's called Hercules Ultimate DCA, and I know that you guys have seen it. A lot of you are in the company, have used it. Um, it is just an indicator, okay, that is built for the TradingView platform. However, it is private. No one can see the source code. No one can look at, or take it and rip it off, you name it. So in order to get access to it, you need to be involved in economy. If you're not, and you're watching this video at some point in time in the future because it's recording, go ahead and make sure that you are, because either way, you wouldn't be able to have access to it unless you are signed up. So that being said, and then I will, we'll get an assistant to personally give you access. They're going to go into the back office. They'll be able to see who's actually active, who's not every week. We're going to have that happen. And then if you are active, you'll retain access. If you're not, they'll just revoke access. So it's really simple. But first and foremost, all you're going to do is go to tradingview.com. Okay, you see that right there? It looks like this. This is what the site will look like out the gate. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to click on either start a free trial or sign in, either or. Free trial, they're going to say, hey, sign up for one of our higher up packages. You don't need any paid membership on this site. Okay, you just need an account. So in this case, this is my current one, but I'm going to create a new account for the sake of this video. Okay, and I'm going to use this guy right here. I'm going to make a password real quick. Okay, click, I'm not a robot. I should get an email. Let's see here. So we're going to create the account right in front of you and show you what everything's going to look like. We're going to show you what settings to change, what to add, what to delete. Create an account. Oops, username. What should the username? We'll do just Pumponomics. Create account. Save. Now it's going to send me an email. I got to verify that email. Okay, now it wants me to sign up for a pro membership. I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about a photo. We'll just click continue. You notice all of these memberships, again, you don't need them. So here's what you do. Once you're in this screen, it may look a little different months from now. Overall, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to try to get you down a paid plan. You do not need it. Just click to go to TradingView on the left-hand side. This is your dashboard. This is what you're going to see. Okay, it looks like out the gate, Bitcoin is already here, which is kind of cool. And you can see here on the right-hand side, it's giving me a watch list. Okay, this is where you can click to see, for example, look at, if I click SPX, it's showing me the S&P 500 index. If I click NDX, it's going to show me the NASDAQ index. If I click so on and so forth, stocks right here, Apple, it's going to show me the Apple. Okay, what I'm going to do, just to keep things simple, because I don't like to look at all the, I do, most of you will not need this, will never need this, don't have any interest. So if that's you, here's what you're going to do. Look at how simple this is, guys. Just delete it all. That's it. Stocks, this guy, all of them. Just delete them all. Okay, done. You have nothing in your watch list now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add things to this watch list that we want to purchase with Hercules. Okay, to name a few, we'll look up right here. Bitcoin. You notice when I click, okay, I want to double check right here on the plus button or here. Doesn't really matter. Search or the plus. I like to add things to my watch list. I'm going to go and click Bitcoin or type in Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin what? Look at all of the things that pop up when you type in Bitcoin. And there are more than just this. So that's way too confusing. What I need to do is find the Bitcoin versus the US dollar pair. So Bitcoin USD, better yet, BTC USD, okay? Okay, BTC USD. You see the symbol? That is the Bitcoin versus the dollar. Now, you're going to notice all of these exchanges. What I would recommend is you choose an exchange that you're already using. If you don't have access to an exchange or you're not currently using one, I recommend that you pick one that you actually like. So, for example, if you already have a Coinbase account and you're going to be using the dollar cost average tool to buy Bitcoin, just make sure that you add this Coinbase one, right? We're going to add that. What's another one that we could have? People have Gemini. Look at Bitcoin to dollar. We're going to click on that one. And finally, you know, there is KuCoin. I think KuCoin is one that I would love for everyone on this call to create an account with. So not US dollar, but it would be Bitcoin USDT or Tether, which is essentially a dollar peg. Okay. I want you guys to find this one as well. So, and the reason I want people to use KuCoin is because there are so many, it's an unregulated exchange that is, I believe, Chinese. However, you as a US citizen, you can go and create an account there for free right now. And it's an exchange where you can actually essentially deposit Bitcoin into there, right? So let's say you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase or Gemini or Uphold, wherever you buy your Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? You can send, let's say, $2,000, $1,000. And I recommend you load your account up with however much you want to slowly start to chip away at on a dollar cost average. But essentially what you're going to do is create an account, transfer and move your money to KuCoin, and now trade it directly for USDT, Bitcoin to USDT, or Ethereum to USDT, whatever you want to do, and have your $2,000, $1,500 sitting there ready to buy whatever crypto you want. Okay. So now you can see when I click and added those, what happened? They added to my watch list. So let me click on this one real quick. We're going to go ahead and open the full featured chart right here. So, and people keep adding themselves. Awesome. So if you see right here, if I click on either one of these, they all say the same thing. This one says BTC USDT. The prices are similar, but a little bit different. You notice this one says 455. This one says 460. This one says 437. The reason they're a little different is because they're different exchanges. So the prices won't be perfectly matched up, but the markets overall eventually work themselves out to come to the similar price or an agreement in price. So if I click on the bottom one, you're going to see it says BTC USDT chart on KuCoin. Let me click to open that full featured chart right here. Okay. Cool. This chart is going to look very similar to all of the other charts. Now, yours may look like this. It may look a little different. Okay. Sometimes they come, you know, and I believe they always come with volume on there. You're not going to need the volume indicator, which is these red and blue lines at the bottom. You can go ahead and delete that by clicking right here on the X. Okay, bam, it's gone. This is the Bitcoin USDT chart. Now, you're going to notice on the left-hand side right here, let me X this out. That's just an ad because you're on a free account. Okay, and you only need a free account. On the hour chart, here's what you do. You're going to go and click on this guy. It says 1H, and you're going to change that to the time frame, right, that you're going to invest at. So if you're disciplined and you want to invest once per day, right, small amounts of money, whether it's $2, $5, $7, $1.10, whatever it is, whatever the indicator tells you to invest, you have to do it. Okay. If you're not disciplined and you can't do it every single day, then go to the weekly. Click on 1 week right here. Okay. Again, you find that right here. Now you see it says W. That's for week. Okay. Now this is the weekly chart on KuCoin in terms of you notice this right here, Bitcoin, Tether, 1 week on the KuCoin exchange. So whatever you do, just stick with it. If you're on KuCoin and you want BTC there, I actually recommend using KuCoin, Gemini, or Coinbase. So let's just delete the other two to keep things simple. Okay. Now, every single week, you're going to see, right, how much this indicator tells you to invest. The only other thing that I can mention about having your charts and everything set up, you notice all of these other things going on here. You're going to start to learn what these are. notifications, alarms, news, trending ideas and hot lists, calendar. I mean, there's so many powerful tools. And then you see all these things down here. Don't worry about it. All you're looking at is a really stupid, simple chart. Okay, this chart tells me that each one of these is a single week in time on the Bitcoin price. So for example, on the week of April 12th of 2021, where my cursor is, right, the price of Bitcoin was actually at an all-time high of 64,000. However, it closed at $60,000 right here. At this week, January 4th of 2021, the price actually closed on the right-hand side. You can see $38,259. Okay, current price is this line right here. Yours may or may not look like this. And in order to make it look like this, you're going to go up here to the left-hand side, click on this little candlestick chart, and you're going to see all of these different ways of looking at the chart. Okay, you're going to see bars, you're going to see candles, hollow candles, Heikin Ashi. So look at how different some of these look. Still same price and just a different way to view the product. Okay, watch Heikin Ashi. A lot of blue, greens, a lot of reds right here, but overall, right, same price. Look at $33,000 right here. Okay, so let me come back, and this just removes a lot of noise and trends. The line is just going to show you the line of where the price is closed. So you'll see that the Bitcoin price on the weekly never closed at 64,000. Now, if you're getting confused, again, what I'm teaching you is just the basics. You don't need to know this stuff once you have your chart set up. Okay, you don't need to know how to look at a chart. You'll never need to look at another chart again if you don't want to. And if you want to learn, awesome. I say go for it. All this is now is just tracking the weekly price of where the price closed on a line. You notice it's the exact same freaking price. Okay, I'm going to come back, and what I like to look at are the typical candles. Okay, the only other recommendation I can make if you do want to look at a chart, okay, first and foremost, I like having the crosshair tool, and you find the crosshair tool right here. You're not going to have this big old red thing that you're seeing on the screen because that is something that I pay for on, a little application on my Mac. However, you should be able to see the little crosshair right here that's moving around. If you just go to the left-hand side here to your tools, click on cross, okay? Your line tools are also really important. This is a trend line. This is a vertical line and a horizontal line. For example, right, I can just take that line, draw it wherever I want, right? Bam. If I want a horizontal line, I can go to the horizontal line. I can even favorite these, and now it's going to pop up down below. So let me favorite 3. I think everyone should do this at least, right? I'm going to favorite the trend line. I'm going to favorite the horizontal line, not the ray, and the vertical line, okay? Bam. I'm always going to keep it on a cross there. And now you should see these tools pop up in a little bar like this. I'll just pull that off the chart now. Anytime I want to use them, they're easily accessible. I don't have to consistently click through here to find them. All right, I'm going to click the horizontal, bam. I'm going to click the vertical, bam. I'm going to click the trend line, bam. You guys see all that? Okay, cool. We're going to remove those drawings by right-clicking, remove drawing. That's the basics of using TradingView. You don't need, it looks complicated. It can become quickly complicated. You don't need to complicate things. If you want to change the color of your background, it's really this simple. You click on chart properties, okay? Then you're gonna go right here, by the way, sorry, sometimes I'm a little fast, right here on this little gear wheel, chart properties, symbols, okay, status lines, scales, appearance, right here, appearance, solid background, awesome. I don't like these little lines everywhere, so I'm just gonna turn those grid lines off by going to completely opaque. You see how they just went away? Cool, they went away. If I want to change the color of that chart, I can go here, do the plus, or I can just stick with whatever color I see here, black, for example. Bam. You guys see that? I like having it white in this case. It's easy to look at, it's easy on the eyes. Some of you guys may like the black, but the point is that's how you change the appearance. The only other thing I would say is really, really important, and this is probably the most important part of this entire chart settings type situation. You're going to need the indicator last value label, okay? I recommend you do that. And the reason you need to do that is so it tells you exactly what price to buy. So you're going to go to, again, the gear wheel here. You're going to go to scales, and you're going to turn on this one right here, indicator last value label. Heck, even maybe turn on the name label, okay? Click on those two, click OK. So now I'll show you. If you go to indicators, you're not going to see it right now, but it will pop up here and I'll show you what it looks like from my other profile when I log in. Okay. Essentially, let's just say I'm finding, let's do RSI. This is a very popular one right here. Okay. Relative strength index. You're going to see it pops up. So when I turn on the name label, what does it do? And the name tells me this is the RSI. Obviously, it's tough to see because I'm right there to the left. You see RSI. And right here, you say the value is 43.49. Let's double click on this guy. And it's just going to fill our entire screen with that view. So currently, this line is at 43.48. Notice what happens when I turn it off. Indicator last value label, bam. The name stays, but the indicator value goes away. Well, the most important thing about what we just shared with you is we need to see what price we're buying with the Hercules dollar cost average. If all you see is a line, you don't really know, hey, what is that? You're always gonna have to do the crosshair, kind of guess. Don't worry about it, right? You can turn the indicator name label off if you want, but I like keeping those both on. And now you'll know for sure it's saying that this current value is at 43.47. Okay, fair. So we're gonna X out of that now. Okay. And that's really the most important thing you need to do. So this is how your chart's going to look. Okay. If you want to add, let's say, a new crypto, what you're going to do is click the plus again. Make sure it's on all or crypto. Okay. Because it's going to search all of these things, whether it's stocks, futures, Forex, contracts, economy, you name it. Okay. We're going to go and now look up Ethereum, ETH. You have to know the ticker. If you don't know the ticker, let's X out of this real quick. And you want to invest in something to look up a ticker, you go to CoinGecko.com. Okay. On CoinGecko, you can search the crypto that you want to invest in. One that I would recommend you guys get into is Luna. Okay. Right here. It's ranked 35, $6.91 right now. Okay. How do I know what Luna's ticker is? Simple. Right here. This quote in the parentheses, Luna. Okay. If I look up Ethereum, right here, notice what it says in the parentheses. Click on that, ETH. So that is the ticker. The ticker is just your abbreviation title of a product. One more, let's do Internet Computer Company, which I told a few friends about today, right? Internet Computer, ICP, right here. So then if I want to find ICP inside of here on the watch list, right, I just click to search plus ICP. Guess what? It's the same for everyone. You're investing in dollars, okay? So you don't need any fancy pairings, just every crypto and USD or USDT, okay? USD. Bam, Coinbase lists it. Let's add that one, okay? Let's do one more. And that's going to be a lot of money. So if you don't have a hefty chunk of change, I don't recommend you start getting into that one. But I do believe you'll make a lot of money if you dollar cost averaging that one right now because it's super low from the all-time high. And we'll talk about that as well. We're going to look up Ethereum, ETH, USD. Okay, we'll do the Coinbase one again. If you're on Bitfinex, Binance, if you're out of the States and you want Bitfinex, there's so many different exchanges. Gemini is a good one, right? Obviously, KuCoin's going to have it, wherever the heck that is. So you can even look up ETH, USDT, KuCoin. Watch. And you should be able to see it somewhere. Let's find it. Maybe I skipped it. Let's go back. So the point is you'll be able to find what it's on. I know it's on KuCoin, so it's somewhere in this entire range. I'm not going to find it. But now we have Ethereum. One more that we'll add is, let's say, Luna. Now, I know the ticker, USD. Okay, bam, it's on Binance. Okay, it's also, I believe, on KuCoin. We're going to do the KuCoin version. Most people are going to be able to use KuCoin. So we're going to click on KuCoin, USDT. Doesn't use US dollars. USDT is a peg. It's the same thing as the dollar. So now you're going to see the price. You're going to see all of these cryptos moved in here on your watch list. I can rearrange these cryptos the way I want them to look. I can add one tag at a time. You can't do multi-colors, so don't worry about that. Don't maybe add tags unless you have a premium account or pay $15 a month or whatever. But essentially, now I have these cryptos in this deal. So I'm going to have all of my cryptos that I want a dollar cost average right here in the watch list. I can move them around. I can keep them the same, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Once per week, if I'm investing in 3, I'm going to go now on the weekly chart. You got to make sure it's on the weekly chart. And when you get access to the tool, I'll show you what that looks like. You're going to click on that pair. You can see how far this thing dumped from the all-time high. That's awesome. It's a good opportunity, in my opinion. You're going to be able to see now the indicator down here. It'll tell you how much to buy. You just go and do it once per week. That is literally it. In the case of Luna, you can see here, let's look at how far we are from the all-time high. So how do you pick a crypto to invest in? I'll tell you right now. Don't start using the indicator when you're at all-time highs. You can, but it's going to tell you to invest $1, $2, $3 a day. In my opinion, sometimes it's just not worth the time. If you're going to do it, $10 a week, awesome. Okay, some exchanges have your base minimum of $10 a week. So for that reason, and let's say your indicator is at a multiplier of 7, you're going to do it once per week. Again, I'll show you what that looks like when I log into my other account. I'm just doing this view so you guys can see it. I like to look at it and say, I want the crypto to be down 50% or even 40% from the all-time high. What's the all-time high? I'm just going to look at where that line is. I'm going to grab one other tool, guys. I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? I got to find it, though, because I always use it on my special bar. Probably here. Where would that tool be? Let's see here. It's got to be around here. When I find the tool, we will show you what it looks like and why you need to use it. Here we are. Okay. So wherever this little indicator sign is, whatever that is, long position, it seems, you're going to right click right here, or excuse me, just click on this little tab right here, and you're going to see a price range tool. Make sure you favorite that as well. Now that price range tool is going to pop up here. Okay. You're going to go ahead, click on the price range tool and double check. Is the crypto that I'm investing in down? So you're going to start at the top and you're going to move all the way down to where the current price is whenever you start getting in investing. Is it down at least 40 to 50% from the all-time high? Look at this one. Currently, the price is down 70. Here, let's even pull it further out so you guys can really see. You're going to go to the last bar, wherever the bar is currently at, not your wicks, not down here, to the current bar. And how, like, for example, if these two bars weren't there, I'm going to go to wherever this bar closed, right? If this is where the bar currently is, I'm going to go to here. It's currently down 76% from the all-time high. Well, in this case, we didn't get in here. We're getting in here where the current price is, exactly where it's saying at here. It's currently down 70% from the all-time high. That tells me, okay, I'm down to invest in it. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Make sure that you're investing in ones that are at least 40 to 50% down from the all-time high. Now that looks like a very big, massive, scary drop. And these bars look all tiny and everything. The way that you fix that in crypto, because these are very bullish markets, they're also, very volatile at times. You're just going to go ahead and click on this little log indicator, or in this case, word right here. Okay. And that's just going to make your chart look logarithmic, in other words, percentages, and not look like all of this crap. Let me show you what it looks like. We're going to click on that. And now we're going to click on auto. Okay. Click on auto. And that just automatically makes your chart fit on your screen. So for example, if I go like this, watch. And I do it like exactly like it was. I'm like, that's gross looking. I don't like it. And I do that by dragging your time frame down here, your price range right here. You can do all sorts of things like this. See that? You can drag it like this to get closer into the time. Let's say I don't like the view because it's all gross, exactly what happened a second ago. You just click auto. It's going to make it look a lot cleaner and prettier. And then you can drag out, drag in, get a little closer to the price. Notice what I'm doing. And then I just drag from a price on, or from a place or a point on the screen. So if I'm having a hard time finding the price or getting to that price range, I'm just going to use this price range. I'm going to dig in, make sure I can see it. Again, all-time high, you start at the wick. Where are we down? Let's say we started right here. Okay, we're down 72% to this candle right here. I like that. I'm getting in. Does that make sense, guys? Really simple. Okay, delete that. So now we have our pairs, okay? But we need the indicator. You can see right here. Awesome. By the way, whenever I click on a new pair, if my log is there, right, it's still on. You see how it's blue? It's highlighted blue. That tells me that it's still a log chart, okay? So Luna, it's log chart. If I pull that off, it's going to look ugly and gross, in my opinion. What happened here? We don't know. It's too close, and I'd have to dig in too deep. I'd rather just click on log. Now I can see where the price ranges have actually been, okay? Auto makes it even easier to see. So these are the four. Let's just say that you want to start to dollar cost average in. There's a million other cryptos. You can do your own homework by going to a product like CoinGecko. Okay.
Okay.
And can you mute yourself, John? Okay, cool. So you can go ahead and find out whatever crypto you want to invest in. You know, if it's Chainlink, if it's Litecoin, if it's Polygon. I recommend personally, if you don't have my advice or help, and you're wanting to explore crypto, sticking within the top 50 cryptos, unless they're USD coins or DAI, which is just another stable coin. Okay. Sticking to the top 50 coins, you notice USD coin, you're not going to dollar cost average into a token that's exactly the dollar, right? You want to make sure that you're getting into a crypto product. Stick with the top 50 tokens. That's my first recommendation, unless you really know what you're doing or you've done your homework on something that's not in the top 50. Okay. And maybe stay away from, meme tokens like Shiba Inu. Yes, it's going to go up. How much? How far is it going to crash? I would rather you dollar cost average into products like Terra that are here to stay. They're going to be around a long time. They have good infrastructure, good teams. PancakeSwap's another really good one. Algorand, great token. Centralized, good token. Maker, so these are all, different products you can do your own homework on. But I recommend you stay within the top 50, even maybe the top, 100, because KSM is a stupid good token. So you just got to do your homework here, depending on the token. So now if I want to get, for example, KSM or Kusama, what's the ticker? KSM. I know it's probably hard to see. Let me make sure you can see it better. It's not even letting me, oh, there we go. Okay. Right here, right? KSM is the ticker. So if I want to find that one again, one more time, click on the plus symbol, KSM USD. Okay, it looks like it's on Binance. And KuCoin, perfect. So you notice KuCoin is consistent. You can't get on Binance International unless you have a VPN, so don't worry about that. Instead, for most of you, I'd recommend KuCoin. Deposit money and funds in there. Now, bam, KSM is on the chart. Awesome. That is the view. We're still on log, auto. Everything is good. We're on the weekly. How do we get the indicator now? Okay, let me log out, log back in. Let's do that real quick. Sign out. Because you're going to see in my private TradingView account now. Okay. Code. Put it in. What is it? 7. Oh, that's what it is. 7, 3, 8. There we go. Okay, so kind of weird how it actually held the same view. That's probably because it's connected to the computer as well. Now on the right-hand side, you're going to see I have my watch list of all of these different cryptos. And I have them, not all of them. These are ones I need to clean up. But essentially, anytime I add a new one, it's going to add up to and pop to the bottom. And I have them color-coded based on market cap size, my level of interest, you name it. You can do that if you get a premium account. You don't need it. You can keep yours very, very simple. Let's go to Luna real quick, exactly the one I was telling you about. This is the price history, okay, on Binance. Now I'm on Binance. I would recommend KuCoin in your case. You can see it has more price history. I always go for ones with a lot of price history if I'm actually charting, doing technical analysis. But to keep things simple, how about this? We'll go ahead and look up Luna again, USD. And we're going to make sure that we get the KuCoin version on there because that's what you guys are going to be on for most of you. If you want to do a Binance International, you have to be careful. What I recommend, you're going to need a VPN and only do it on your computer. Don't do it on your phone. So now it popped up at the bottom. I'm going to click on that and you see it has a little bit less price history, I believe. Overall, still the same. Same price, same look, view, everything. How do you add the indicator now? Okay, what you're going to do is go to indicators. Once you get access, okay, once you get access, this is what's going to pop up. You're going to click here, indicators. You're going to see favorites, scripts, built-ins, candlestick patterns, public library, volume profile. What the? I feel like it's giving me, here's what I'm going to do. Sorry, guys. Since I signed out, I know what happened. Let me leave these charts real quick and actually open TradingView one more time. Watch. I think it's going to give me the proper view. So now I'm logged in still. We're going to open that chart. Click on full featured chart. Should give me my original settings. There we go. Yeah, the color that I use right now, everything. Okay. I change the color periodically just because it gets boring to look at the same thing over and over. Okay, cool. So now you're going to go to indicators. Okay. You're going to see all of these, and then you're going to see a fifth or a sixth one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So seventh one down, you're going to see invite only scripts. It might be 6. I don't know. I don't remember what we were looking at a second ago, but this is going to be what you actually see. You're going to click on that. Okay. You're going to see Hercules Ultimate DCA. You won't see any other ones. Okay. You're going to see Hercules Ultimate DCA by me, that your pal Paul name. Okay. And it's going to pop up at the bottom of your screen. Guess what you're going to do now? You're going to forget all about this dang thing. You're never going to look at another chart again if you really want to keep things simple. Okay. So how are you going to do that? You're just going to double click here on the indicator. There are going to be 2 lines. It gets confusing. I do not want you to be confused. So first and foremost, you're going to see a green line and a blue line. Remember what we talked about a second ago. You're going to go to chart properties. If you want to see what those actually mean, you're going to go to scales, indicator name last label has to be turned on. Same with indicator last value label. Click on that. And now you're going to see the green line is the buy today. And the blue line is how much you're currently holding. Okay. Now, the problem with this is it works the same on every single, 4-hour chart, 8-hour chart, daily chart, 3-day chart, weekly chart. You're only going to see one right here. How you actually get all of those to pop up is you just star them. Watch. If I star the minute, it's going to pop up right there. I'm going to unstar the minute because I don't look at the minute chart. These are mine that I use most. On that note, how often do you want to invest? If I want to invest every day, the number is exactly the same. You notice how it's staying 449? Let me go back to 3 days. If I want to invest every 3 days, it's going to be what? 448, 449. If I go to the weekly, 448, 449. If I do it once per week and I'm only investing $4.48, I'm going to be honest with you. This thing is going to take forever for you to see any significant income. So if you're only going to do it once per week, you need to invest more than $4.49. Here's how you do it. You're going to find on the indicator. Okay. I would recommend the week for the majority of you. If you're disciplined and want to do 3 days, every 3 days, make sure you're doing it every 3 days. Otherwise, don't mess with it. Either you're going to commit to this process or you're out. Okay, because you're just not going to see the same returns. Sure, you own a crypto, but if you miss enough times every 3 days, eventually it's going to get to the point where your dollar cost averaging strategy just isn't going to work for you because you're not buying closer to the bottom because you're skipping weeks or days. What you're going to do is click on the weekly again, and you're going to see on over the Ultimate Hercules DCA. Okay, you're going to go and click on the settings tab. Okay, I don't think you'll see the source code. I believe you'll just see an X right here, because you don't have, ownership of the product. However, you're going to see settings. You're going to click on settings. And now I would even recommend, you notice the hold line down there? Don't worry about it. Just turn it off. The blue line doesn't need to be there anymore. Bam. That's how much of the product, Luna, you bought for $4.49. So in this case, $4.48. Today you bought 0.65 Luna. I'm going to delete that. You don't need to know how much. You'll see it when you buy it. Okay. Next, go to inputs. If you're investing once per week, I recommend bare minimum 7x multiplier. Now, the issue really comes down to this. I'll tell you right now. If you're on Coinbase and most crypto exchanges, I believe they only allow you to buy at least, let's say, $10 per day if you're doing it with a debit or credit card. What I recommend you do is deposit the total amount you would like to invest in crypto right now. Let's say this year you're like, I have $1,200 sitting in my savings account. I'd rather just have it in my crypto account. Here's what you do. Deposit it all in at once, US dollar, USDT, USDC, whatever crypto tether there is, okay, to the US dollar. Then let it sit there, and every day or week, go ahead and just pull from that US dollar account to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Luna, you name it. As of this last time, for example, though, let's just say it did come to the point where on February 1st of 2021, you can see right here, it told you to invest only $7.95. But what if you run into the problem where the exchange only allows you to buy a bare minimum of $10? Just buy the $10. So what? You're going to buy more, And if anything, you're actually going to increase your odds of making significant gains. I think anyone can afford at least $10 in a single week, because if it stays there for long enough, right? I mean, look at this. This was 1068 back down to under $10. Just do the $10. Anything above, do exactly what it says, no more, no less. Okay, so for example, this last on May 17th, 2021, I told you to invest $61. Cool. That's, in my opinion, not enough, because you're, or excuse me, in my opinion, it's not enough. For you, it might be more than enough. For someone like me, if the prices are down 70%, and I know, it's likely this thing's going to come back over the next couple of years, even a year, I'm doing like personally, like 20, 30X on some of these. Okay, this week, it says buy today. It really means buy once per week whenever it's there. So I would come on at the exact same time every single week, once per week. And when I say exact same time, it can be within a 4-hour period. So for example, Sunday, that's my day, right? I'm going to go ahead at 5 o'clock to 9 p.m. That is my range where I need to at least get on my phone. When I have TradingView on there, I'll have the indicator on there, or you can do it on your computer, right? And I'm going to say, I'm going to go to the 3-4 pairs I'm investing in. It takes literally no more than 5 minutes, I'm telling you, because I'll have my money on there, right? If I'm investing in Luna and it's only on KuCoin, make sure you have, and you want to invest in Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? And you only have $1,000, send $500 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum over to KuCoin, convert it immediately, trade it for US dollar tether, let it sit in the US dollar tether. Just trust me on this. That's what you want to do with this tool, because it works better than you're guessing, okay? This tool works far better than you guessing what's going to happen with the price. So even if you bought Bitcoin and you're a little bit up, if you bought Ethereum and you're a little bit down, doesn't matter. What matters is that you start to apply the strategy right now as the markets are down. Again, a lot of these tokens are down between 70 to 80, 90%. ICP right now is down 98%. I mean, how much more could it dump? It could dump to $30 again, but if it did, you're only buying more. And if it climbed even 10 to 20% now, you're in major profit, guys. So you have to think about that. This tool works really, really well. But in this case, with Luna, once per week, okay, again, clicking on this guy, input. I'm going to do, okay, let's say you can't afford that. So let's say 10 is the most you'll like to do. This only multiplies the price times 1 at a time, or 1x at a time. So for example, right, let's say I go back to 1. This is where it always comes stock out the gate. It's going to tell you 450. What happens if I do 2? Okay, look. It's only going to multiply 450 times 2. Now I'm at 9. Okay, what's 450 times 3? You guys do the math. Look, bam, 1350, so on and so forth. Okay, if you're going to do it once a week, bare minimum, I recommend 7x. That just says now I'm investing 7 times the amount once per week, which essentially makes up for the other 6 days that I didn't invest. Okay, that's essentially what it means. Today, you would invest $31. If it ever tells you less in a week than $10, just do the bare minimum $10. Okay, $31.50. At one point in time, what I like to do too is look at the history of the chart. If at one point in time it told me to invest more than I could possibly afford in a single week, right? Again, notice I have the line right here. It's my little favorites tab. You'll see yours is a lot smaller, right? I'm going to draw a line at the very top of the highest it's ever told me to invest. Where does that say how much I invested that week? $145. For some of these cryptos, it might actually straight up say, I'm not even kidding, over $1,000. So if any of the cryptos say more than $1,000 at any point in time, just know that it might actually do that again. It's highly unlikely at this point in time. You'll never see opportunities like this again. Typically, when you see them that high, right, that simply means that it was at a new. What I'm trying to say is essentially it dumped from its all-time high when it was listed. More often than not, that's usually what happens. So, for example, if I find ICP right here, watch what happens. Do you see how much it's telling me to invest today on a 7x multiplier? Because how much is it down? Let's go back. 98% from its all-time high up here. Where'd that wick go? Right? All the way to $2,800. It dumped all the way to 27. It's sitting at a current closing price on a weekly time frame at about 98%. So because it's so low from the all-time high, that's a really good opportunity to buy. It looks like it's buying support, but again, you don't need to look at a chart. All you need to know is how to track all-time high to where it's currently at. That is it. And then once that's the case, look at how much it's telling you to buy. Man, I can't afford this week $3,400, but I want to buy it. Here's what you do. You come back to 1. Bam. This week, it's telling me to invest $500. That's too much. Cool. Don't do it. Buy half of that. Do it the math in your head. This week, buy whatever half of that is. Or I even believe, let's see, 0.0 or 0.5. Bam. I just changed it to half, 246. That's something I can afford. I'm telling you, if you buy 246, let's find out how much ICP you're buying. You're buying 5.71. If 5.71 ever even goes to, let's just say, back up to, well, realistically, if it's been, you know, $2,800, let's just say it goes back to the close right here, that line. You do the math. What's $5 or 5.71 ICP times 248? That's $1,400. And I just bought what today, this week, 246 bucks. You guys starting to see the power of this tool? Just trust the math, trust the tool, do what works for you. And if something is down like this, but it actually looks like the crypto project checks out, you can do your own homework. Watch YouTube videos, go to CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, go to their website, read their white paper, see who's behind the project, you name it, right? Awesome. I'm going to stick at 1 on something like this. I'm not going to do anything more than 1 on this because that takes away from all of my other projects that I might want to invest in. So if I only have $2,000, I'm done. If this product stays in this range for a bit, I've run out of money in 4 weeks. In a single month, I'm out of money. Maybe this isn't the project for you, but you do want to invest a little. Do something like this. 0.1. That's 1/10 of the price. Okay, I can do 49 bucks this week. That works for me. Are you guys following? You're buying 1.13 ICP. Stick with that, period. Period. At any point in time, if you're like, man, I really want to, let's go back to Luna, for example. Okay, we'll stick with this pair now, right here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, and make sure you stick with what you start with, guys. Okay, so don't overdo it because sometimes if you have to continue to lower it, again, you're hurting your dollar cost average strategy over time. But if, for example, let's say we're at a 1 right now on a weekly, that's too low. $4.57, no thank you. I want to invest 10 that. Okay, we're going to do 10. Bam. And I'm going to turn the hold line off again. The blue is the hold. So let's turn that on. Okay. Okay, let me pull this back up. Let's make it a little bit easier to see. Okay, that's pretty realistic. I can do 45 bucks this week on something like this. Okay, so let's say we're way, way down from the all-time high. How much are we down from the all-time high? Again, let's do the math here. Okay, grab this tool right here. From the top of the wick to the current price. Okay, which in this case is $6.83. You notice I'm not perfectly on it, but close enough. Okay, I'm 70% down. I've personally witnessed these markets operate. Anytime you're at least 70 to 80% down, right? I would even say 40 to 50 is a good time to start applying the strategy. Even if you continue to dump, you're only buying more. It's the perfect way to operate in this market. Let's say you are 70% down. This is the point where I get greedy, guys. Okay, be greedy when the markets are fearful and fearful when the markets are greedy. What I do is I'm going to inputs. You know what, man? Screw that. I'm going 20, 25x. And I'm committing to do that for the next 4 weeks. I don't care where the price goes. I'm just adding stupid amounts to my position. Now, let's say the market does dump even more. What's going to happen? This thing's going to tell you to buy more. So let's say it goes down to here, okay? And we'll even change the color of that one. Oh, shoot. Okay, I don't know what happened. Let's change the color of that one to red just so it really kind of paints the picture. Okay, let's say the market actually does dump from there to like here. Well, let's say it's $2. Let's see how much of a drop in percentage it is at $2, okay? Let's pull that down. That'd be like a 91% drop. At a 91% drop, I can tell you, let's see how much this dumped from the all-time high here. Okay, again, this is the only tool you'll ever need, okay? Right here, see the wick right here? I'm going from the wick, not the close right here or the open. Going to the wick. This is about a 94% drop. Okay, so even at 91%, let's do that. It's like right here. you would have bought about $485. So you have some context. See, at a 91% drop with this product, it would have told you to buy about $400 or $500. You see on the right-hand side, that little black crosshair line, $490. If this market did dump to this range and I can't afford $490 at $2, it's going to tell me to buy a hell of a lot of the token. Awesome. I'm just going to say, you know what? I can't afford that. So what I'm going to do, because I believe it might do that, I'm not saying I actually believe that. I don't know. Here's my point. I'm going to go back to where I started at 10x multiplier. Never, in my opinion, this is the worst thing you can do. Go under. And you have to remain consistent. There might be some weeks. Investing should hurt, guys. That's the point, right? Nothing good, whether it's working out, sometimes a quality marriage or relationship, go through some serious growing pains and growth pains, right? Anything good in life, businesses, the best startups or entrepreneurs, right? They've all gone through growth pains, some serious things that hurt a little bit, whether it was, refinancing their home, taking out, loans against something with collateral, like things, all good things come with a bit of pain. What I'm saying is it's going to be painful. If 7 is where you start, make sure that you can double down when you're really down like 70%. But understand, I want to double down 14x. Awesome. Okay, now I'm investing 63. Do it for the next month. But if it ever gets to the point where you're like, I really can't afford it, and let's just say you go back to your 7x and you still can't afford that weekly investment, okay? And this is me training you how to get wealthy with this product over time. And by over time, I mean a couple, 2 to 3 years on newer products that are launched and released. I'm telling you, that's what can happen for you. Okay. We've shown you the math. You've seen how it works. Just be disciplined. If at any point in time you can't afford, when you go back down to where you start with something reasonable, double down when things are at least 70 to 80% down, and then come back to this price if it gets too much for you. Okay. Never go below that. If you can't afford, find the money, get a different job, get a new job, go work a second shift, a fourth shift, ask your mom to borrow money, do what you need to do to make sure that you're staying to your investment weekly. Otherwise, you're not going to succeed as an investor using this tool. That is probably the most valuable / best advice I could possibly give you when using this tool. All right. Start with something that's reasonable, double down when the markets have dumped at least 70%. And then at that point in time, right, just stick with this view right here. You do it by double clicking on that, right? You double click again right here, bam, bam. And now you're going to see this. Okay. This is the only tool you'll ever need again to get rich. Here's what you do. You go to indicators, it'll be invite only scripts, and you'll see it right there. So that is the training. Does anyone have, let's do this. You guys can actually ask, in person. You can use your voice. You can unmute yourself. I'll still pull up the chat for those of you guys who are shy. Does anyone have questions before we hop off the call?
So for the Hercules, that's going to be through the economy. We would have to press the link from Beyond and then economy. And so, we would get the...
So Vince, no. Essentially, we're working on the integration right now because it's a new product we've released. We're currently working on the integration to hopefully be able to, the moment someone new signs up, make sure that they set up a TradingView account. You're going to need a TradingView account, period. This is a completely separate service and company. We're not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. It's just a charting software that is online that has been developed by a great company, apparently, because this is the best one I've ever used and seen. I was able to upload the indicator on here, right? So the math is all there inside of this tool. And the way that you get access to it is you have to sign up with Economy. Once you're an active member, I'm going to get a list right now of all active members. I need those active members to create a TradingView account. So that's going to be in our training. The moment you have a TradingView account, I'll be able to add you to the indicator. Okay, so that's it. Once I add your name to the indicator, it'll just automatically pop up for you in the invite only scripts. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I actually already do have a TradingView. That's what I was wondering.
Then all I need is your TradingView username. You can just send that to me privately.
All right, sounds good.
Sure. And then let's say you're watching this sometime in the future, if you're a new user and this is months down the road or whatever that looks like, you should have already input your username into the Economy back office. and we'll be able to see that. So you'll, if you, for example, you stop paying for your payment, we'll also see that. And then I'm going to have an assistant go back into the back end on this end and just either revoke or give you access depending on your membership with Economy. That's it.
Sounds good.
Does anyone else have any questions?
I don't see where it says the invite only scripts.
You won't see it unless you have at least one that's been shared with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't see it from the other end, right? Because there's probably tens of thousands of them on this platform now. It'd be annoying to see them all when you can't get access to them anyways. So once I have your TradingView username, you will see the invite only script tab pop up. You will see Hercules Ultimate DCA. You're going to go ahead and click on that. And that's it.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
And this is recorded so we can watch it back.
Yes, sir. Does anyone else have questions? So for those of you who are on the call, just privately message me and get me your TradingView username. If you don't have one, typically what I've noticed is you need to create a free TradingView account, which we showed you how to at the start of the video. Once you have your TradingView account, all you're going to do is send me, or in this case, again, I already explained what we're going to do with integrations later on, but currently, just let me know what your TradingView username is. If you just created an account, sometimes it can take up to 24 hours for it to register in their backend. Because when I type in your username, you won't pop up. If you created your account, let's say like right now, and you ask me to search you up, I just won't find you. So you need to have had an account for, I would say, at least, maybe a couple hours all the way up to 24 hours before I'm able to add or give you access. So that is something that people might do. They'll say, hey, I want the indicator right now, and I didn't get it. I just bought it. Sometimes it can take 24 hours for us to even see you in TradingView. That is it.
Hey, Paul, I lost connection earlier, but can you go over your chart properties again?
How about this, man? You're going to see the recording. I want to keep this recording to questions that haven't been answered yet. So that way, when people watch it, they're not watching the same stuff over. Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Any other questions?
The homie Ant actually just asked if the indicator can be used on phone on the TradingView app.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
The homie Ant is asking if you are able to use the indicator on the TradingView app on the phone.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's really, really simple. Here, let me see if you can see this. Hold on one sec. Let me stop sharing my screen now. And you should be able to see me. Give me a sec. So I have the TradingView app. Let's add the indicator. There it is. So this is what it should look like, right? That's Bitcoin. It's hard because sometimes it'll blur it out, but that's Bitcoin. No, here, chart. Invite only scripts, you'll see it right there. Hercules, bam. So it's telling me today on this one to buy 233. I can afford a lot more. I'm doubling down on the weekly. I'll put it on a weekly chart. I'll do 20x on Bitcoin, right? So it's so not enough. This week, it would tell me now to buy $46.34. You can still go ahead and click on the settings and change that the way you want. It's probably one of the best trading apps I've used too. Not in terms of actually placing trades, but just in terms of charting and viewing the indicator and charting other scripts, or in this case, products, I mean. So this is specifically designed for crypto, the product. I think that's something that I need to mention. You can use it for stocks. However, I have not back tested enough. And you need a premium account with TradingView, which I believe is $600 a year to download and export chart data onto Excel sheets. So if that's something you know how to do and you're watching this, you'll be able to download and export chart data if you have a premium account. Again, that is $600 a year. But that being said, that's the only way that I would recommend you do back test it before you get into any particular stocks, because I have not done enough homework on the stock side. But in general, it should work similarly to stocks. The only problem with stocks is I think it's such a liquid market. And when I mean liquid, it's very big. So products can remain in ranges, sometimes even just in a secular bear market or just a straight bear market for a decade at a time. And they'll pump 1 week and then it's like boom, 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 boom. And it just continues climbing down because I don't know. I don't know that market well enough. So that's where I'm saying, you know, be a little weary and cautious. This does not work for other markets like Forex. Forex is a totally different ball game. This indicator is built and designed to buy actual assets, not trade contracts and whether or not you're going to go long or short. It is not meant for futures. It's not meant for commodities. Most commodities, maybe you could try it on gold or silver, but then buy the actual product. Don't just buy a company. So there's so many variables if you try to use it for other markets. And if you do want to use it for other markets and you know how to use an Excel sheet, go ahead and download data and do that on your own first. Before you just go using it willy-nilly. In general, this is going to work pretty well for cryptos that have recently launched. We're talking within the last, you know, couple months, even month. It'll work probably best for those. It works really well for anything that's down between 40 to 50% or more. If a crypto product is down 70 to, you know, even 90+%, and you know it's a good product and it's only down just because Bitcoin is down and the whole market is, double down, like go all in. Just in my opinion, that's probably the best way to use this tool. But if you're like, you know what, I don't even want to stress about it, I don't want to think about it, just do with what you feel comfortable. 7x multiplier once per week, leave it on the weekly chart, and only do that every single week for the rest of your freaking life on 3 to 4 of these. And you're going to be pretty shocked with how well you do over the long term.
All right. So what I'm hearing, Paul, is get the indicator, go over to my trading account. In my case, let's say it's Binance, right? I have a VPN.
Okay.
Go put in the trades. If the market is really down and I have extra, double down, put in more. But if it's up, always put at least the minimum in.
Exactly. And if it's way down, it's going to tell you to buy a lot, right? Like I gave you the example with ICP. I mean, this week it's telling you to buy $3,200. If you can't afford that, which most people can't, like just go ahead and you know, put it at a 0.1, put it at a 0.5, whatever you can do. And then just say, I'm going to commit to that in your head, you know, for the next 4 weeks, because then it's just going to pull too much money out of my account that I can't afford to live. Like this is something that you have to understand. Once you've invested, that money is gone, right? This is an investment strategy. This is not I need money next, you know, 2 months from now because I want to go on a vacation. Don't take out of your vacation fund if you want to go on a vacation, guys. Straight up. This is an investment over the next couple of years, period. It is gone for 2 years at least, I would recommend. Unless the market really goes all the way up like insane this year, then I can, you know, you'll have access to the crypto group, Pumponomics and, you know, the Digital Warriors and all that. People say, hey, I think now's probably a good time to take some profits on some of these. But in general, guys, even if you did this for the next 6 years, you're going to be stupid happy. So this is a long-term strategy. It is not an income strategy right now. Does that make sense?
Sure thing. Yeah.
And that wasn't directed to you in particular, Tanja. It's just letting everyone know, you know, invest what you feel comfortable with, and it's there for a while. Great questions, guys. These are amazing questions. Any last questions? And then we'll hop off. So if you are fair, if you guys have a TradingView account already, if you haven't, please go create it. I'll be able to see if you're active or not here over the next, hopefully next month. I'm gonna be honest with you, the development team is a little slow sometimes just because they, you know, they work with us. But I believe that they also have other things going on in their lives, and I don't know them all personally. That being said, within the next month, we should have a system down where we'll be able to collect your TradingView username out the gate. I'll be able to view that. You'll get access as soon as you sign up within a 24-hour period, or, you know, within that week, unless someone really wants it right now, we'll figure out a system for that. But as things stand, just reach out to me privately. I'll be able to see that you're active. And then from that point forward, we'll go ahead and get your username. I'll add you to that. You'll be able to see it in your indicators tab and then to your invite only scripts. So hope you guys enjoyed the call, and I appreciate your time. And you guys should be good to go to start investing in some of these crypto products. All right,
Super.
man.
Thank you. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Thanks, bro.
No problem. Later, guys.